Earlier this week, the International Space Station was forced to maneuver out of the way of a potential collision with space junk. With a crew of astronauts and cosmonauts on board, this required an urgent change of orbit on November 11. This incident involved a piece of debris from the defunct Fengyan 1C weather satellite, destroyed in 2007 by a Chinese anti-satellite missile test. The satellite exploded into more than 3,500 pieces of debris, most of which are still orbiting. Many have now fallen into the ISS's orbital region. To avoid the collision, a Russian Progress supply spacecraft docked to the station fired its rockets for just over 6 minutes. This changed the ISS's speed by 0.7 meters per second and raised its orbit, already more than 400 kilometers high, by about 1.2 kilometers. Over the station's 23-year orbital lifetime, there have been about 30 close encounters with orbital debris requiring evasive action. 3 of these near misses occurred in 2020. In May this year there was a hit. A tiny piece of space junk punched a 5 mm hole in the ISS's Canadian-built robot arm. As low Earth orbit becomes increasingly crowded, there is more and more to run into. There are already almost 5,000 satellites currently operating, with many more on the way. If it was only the satellites themselves in orbit, it might not be so bad. But according to the European Space Agency's Space Debris Office, there are estimated to be about 36,500 orbiting artificial objects larger than 10 centimeters, 4 inches, across, such as defunct satellites and rocket stages. Most of these items are in low Earth orbit. Because of the high speeds involved, even a speck of paint can pit an ISS window and a marble-sized object could penetrate a pressurized module. Stay tuned for science news and research datas.